So guys, loads of people have been asked, Jordy, are you well? Jordy, how are you doing? Jordy, can you talk again? Jordy, will you make videos? And loads of other stuff. So I thought, why not just make a video telling you guys how my adventure was removing my tonsils. And as you can hear, I can talk a bit better, but I still can't say the like the Dutch way. So that's a bit weird, but yeah. Let's go to how it is to get your tonsils removed. So at first, the day of the operation. Well, the day of the operation, you came into the hospital, you had to check in like a few hours before the operation. And then you got this weird ass operation thingy, and you had to get there in your underwear. Wasn't that bad. So that was pretty nice. And then you go into this bed and they just drive your bed. Instead of walking there, they just drive your bed. So that's pretty cool. And I got a tube inserted in my arm. And it felt pretty nice because there were like stuff in it. It was going into my blood. So I didn't have to drink because it all went through that thing. So that was pretty nice. And at this point, nothing really happened. I was not stressed out. I was just waiting in the before the operation room. And then, yep, I went into the operation. So into the operation, I was pretty calm, and I got pushed in with my drivable bed, and there was like this big ass lighting up above me, and these people, like loads of people were there. I hadn't expected that, maybe 7 or 8 people. I was like, what? This is just for me? Because you got a doctor, and you go to this, and you do that, and then this, and then that, and then this, you know. So they said, we're gonna insert some stuff into your tube, because I had the tube in my arm, or there was, I don't know where it was. Oh, it was here. That was it. It was inserted over here. So like, that was a tube over there. And they're like, we're gonna insert something in it, and it's gonna feel a bit weird. And then you're gonna sleep. So I'm like, hell no, I'm not gonna sleep. I was like, yeah, okay, I can feel the tingling. I can feel the tingling. And I just fell asleep, just like, bah! And you just can't stay awake. Trust me, man, I tried it. I tried staying awake. Well, you're just gonna sleep, and then, yes, that's the nice part of this whole story. I love these things. You also got painkillers and stuff. After that, that's when stuff happens. So they're gonna remove the thing for your. It's in an no, not in an. You're just dreaming. For your, like, the stuff got removed, my tonsils got removed, and I woke up. But I was all drugged, since they insert drugs and shit, and I was shaking, so my legs were shaking, and stuff like that, and I woke up. Like, I was like, where the heck am I, you know, where am I? And I go, hey, what's up guys, this Kwebbelkop here. I'm not even kidding, I actually said that, yes, to this nurse. But, and then I was like, she's like, what? Like on the Dutch way, you know? And then I go like, whoa, how did the operation go? Whoa, how was the operation? Stuff like that. And the nurse reacts, and she's like, yeah, it went great. And I'm like, oh shit, I'm talking English. I told that in Dutch stuff, you know. So that was pretty weird. I just started talking English, I don't know why. And I was smiling, and my legs were shaking. So I told the nurse, like, my legs are shaking. And she's like, yeah, it'll calm down. And then she just sticks something in my leg or something, and it just stops. And the pain wasn't that bad at that point. So she gave me some water, and I took a sip of the water and spilled everything over my weird ass suit or whatever that thing I had to wear. So they're like, okay, we'll give him some ice cream instead. So I was eating my ice cream, it was pretty nice. And yeah, I was smiling, and I was talking to this dude next to me. He wasn't reacting with like all stuff, like, yeah. He's like, I'm dude, how did your thing go? And he's like, yeah. You know, he wasn't even looking at me. So I go back to the room. That's a new chapter. Back to the room. So this is right after the operation. Talking is pretty hard. It hurts a little bit, and eventually it starts hurting more. But I got morphine, and I was hating on this nurse. I was like, she had this cell phone, so I was like, is that your cell phone? And then she's like, nope. And I'm like, is that a BlackBerry? And she's like, nope. And I'm like, do you have WhatsApp? And she goes like, nope, but I do have Solitaire or something like that. So this is pretty awkward, and I enjoyed it. It was like, everything was nice. So, back into my room, the thing you had to do is you had to drink a lot of ice cold water, and that just hurts like a lot. And you had to eat, man. Eating, man. Woo! That was pain in the ass, and I could only eat like apples you would stuff, weird stuff, you know, baby food. That's what my mom bought. So the first night, well, the first night was probably the hardest night, and you love to chat, so my mom had to go away and stuff. I was like chatting all the time. It was like a morphine, and I said some weird stuff, man. I did some really weird stuff, and I was sleeping, and everything hurts, even though you have painkillers. But eventually the painkillers run out. So I'm like, nurse, painkillers, I need painkillers. And she's like, no, you can do it without. I'm like, no, I can't. And yeah, still that tube, you know. And sometimes I had to go to the toilet. So I was like, oh, because everything was shaking. You were in drug. But besides that, I was pretty fine. Going to the toilet was hard and stuff like that. So this is where the I thought, you know, I say pain, but I've been practicing mixed martial arts for over 3 years, and I've had pain. You know, I've had people try to break my arm and stuff. You know, if you would bring this in comparison, it was a 9 out of 10. A 10 would be like, you can't be more than a 10. That's how painful it was. So if you were talking, it was like talking was like eating a really hot pepper, like a really hot one. If you would talk, you would feel the pepper like, oh no, ah. So that was annoying. And then if you would drink, it was like someone would stick his finger in your mouth and he would just twist around, just scrap it with his nail. And then that's how drinking feels, yes? Then we come to solid, and then like baby food is the same as drinking. So solid food, yes. If you try to eat something like bread or something, the crust of bread, it would be someone sticking his fist and then just punching your throat from the inside somehow, yeah? And then eventually the fist would get smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. And this was with painkillers. Without painkillers, swallowing your saliva would be the same as someone stabbing a knife, like like in your throat. That, I'm not even kidding. That's how bad it hurts. So the day after the operation, you think you can walk, but you can't walk, and you get really dizzy, since it was like your ears, and then your ears, that's where your stabilization thing is. So I was almost had to puke, and I just had to lay down in front of all these people. So after that, I went home and I just slept and ate some baby food, drinking. So that wasn't that intense. So you think you drink a lot, going to the toilet will be easy. So what you do is you go to the toilet, whip out my massive dick, aiming at the toilet, and just nothing. I'm like, I had to, my fucking, how do you say that? What like my fucking urine is, that was like massive, but nothing was coming out. So I was just focusing, focus. You had to relax, otherwise no drop would come out. So eventually went like, and it's just like a fire hose, like exploding. That's how it felt. And yeah, with the painkillers, peeing is really hard, and you really need to relax. But we're not there yet. This isn't even the worst part. This is where I thought it can't get any worse than this. It can't get any worse than this. It can't get any worse than this. So what did I have? I had pain in my throat. I wasn't able to walk. Everything was enjoyable to look at. I was just looking at my friend playing video games, like playing Cube World all day long. So that was pretty nice. I couldn't play FPSs because I was like all dizzy and stuff. And then I hit 1 week after the operation. So I've had 1 week of suffering, 1 week of not being able to talk properly, 1 week of not being able to play video games properly. And that's when you think the pain is going away. You can start eating bread with the crust again. And it was really nice. Like I was getting a little energy and stuff. But that is, yes, if you've paid attention, you've missed one really important thing. I didn't shit for 1 week. Yes, I'm not even kidding. I didn't take one fucking shit in that whole week. So this is where the fun part comes. The first shit, yes? And this wasn't just a regular, just like a shit flying out of your ass. This was one massive King Kong's big ass finger, maybe his fist even, sticking in your fucking ass, and he wants to get out, yes? That's how it felt, and it wasn't comfortable. Well, so this massive thing, I even took a picture of it. That's how proud I was of shitting that thing. And I was all shaking on the toilet 3 in the morning because that thing just wanted to come out. Shaking, almost had to puke. That's how fucking painful it was. Shaking, sweating. I maybe have sitting on the toilet for about 2 hours getting that thing out of my ass. That King Kong flying outside of my ass. And when it fell out, I was shouting. I thought I became Super Saiyan. That's how hard I shouted. I was like, "Ah!" But like a really manly voice, of course. And I'm still not able to shout that properly, so that's why it sounds so weird. And then it just fell out. Boom! Broke my toilet, broke everyone's thingy. No, just, of course not. And I thought, while sitting on the toilet, this must be the worst part of this whole week. And it was. I'm gonna spoil it. This was the worst bit I've ever, and like probably my life. I don't know. Like I don't think get arms chopped off or something, or got shot or something, you know. But that was the part. And if someone asks me, Jordy, are you gay? I just think back to that moment, and I look at him. I probably cry, and I say, no, I'm not gay. Yes. And to you guys, if you ever ask me, yeah, just think to this. Just think. Okay, so you're sitting on the toilet, and King Kong wants to stick his arm outside of your ass, or up. Doesn't matter, since it's actually both the same thing. And yes, it was like, I'm not even kidding, this big, yes? It wasn't a penis, no. It was a fucking shit, and it was hard. It was solid. There was no fucking diarrhea or shit. What I expected, I hoped, I prayed for diarrhea, but no, they give me like this thing, like, but twice as long, and then just not like this, since this would be easy. It would like, you know, but this way it gets hard. This way it gets hard, and it was like solid stuff. So that was about it. I even went up to my mom. I'm like, mom, I took a shit, and she's like, yeah, because it was 3 in the morning, she was sleeping. So that was my story, and now we're like 2 weeks, almost 2 weeks after the operation, 1.5 actually, and I have had some more shit, so don't worry guys, no solid stuff. So if anyone ever wonders how does it feel to get your tonsils removed, just send them this video. They'll enjoy it, they'll love it, and I don't know how I can tell you this, but you're gonna shit, and it's not gonna be fun, but after that you're relieved, and after that everything gets better. My throat still hurts, and there was like stuff on my throat, but that's nothing to tell you guys about. That wasn't that experiencing cool stuff like that. And I still got pills over here when it just starts hurting, but I don't take them anymore because I'm a man. But guys, thanks for watching. It was really nice that you guys listened to my story, how it was to get my tonsils removed. Make sure to like the video if you enjoyed, and yeah, Kwebbelkop signing out. Yeah.